After 3 years in the UNC weight room and on the playing field, junior wide receiver Ryan Switzer isn't any bigger than when he first arrived in Chapel Hill.
You know, a lot's going on with my body physically since I've stepped foot, on campus as a freshman. Not that big of a weight difference necessarily, but, in terms of the muscle mass that I've put on and really learning, the proper way to eat. I thought I was doing it right in high school, but it turns out some of the things I was cutting out that, my body needed to perform at its best and to get bigger. So, with the weightlifting program that, Coach Lou and the other strength staff has put me through, I've been able to drop my body fat to about 4%. I've put on about I'm 185 pounds strong right now, so I'm most definitely in the best physical shape that I've, ever been, since coming here.
4 years ago, Larry Fedora brought in his fast-paced offense to Chapel Hill. 4 years later, the up-tempo approach is now led by a strong group of upperclassmen.
The experience that, most of those guys, pretty much every starter, has the experience, needed to have a good group. And, it may not be the play calling or, what other people see that, makes us much more efficient. I think it's the experience that the unit has as a whole that allows us to handle adversity. It allows us to kind of make in-game adjustments, to what defenses are doing, and which helps a lot and helps us down the long haul, through the season.
Fifth-year senior Marquise Williams has set a long list of UNC records. Ryan and the other receivers appreciate Williams' ability to distribute the ball.
The quarterback position experience can do a lot for you, and he has that. To go along with the great talents and abilities that he's been blessed with. It's fun to play with, and we know that he's going to make mistakes like every other human being and every other player on that field. But for the most part, we trust Quise's judgment and know that he's going to put the ball where it needs to be, and he's going to be able to make plays, with his legs to get us out of situations. So it's been really fun to play with. He's a neat player to watch, and I'm looking forward to finishing out this year with him.
Scouting and preparation are used to develop game plans. Switzer often recognizes the chance for big play as the offense lines up.
Watching film and seeing the look that the scout team gives us in practice, there definitely are plays where you recognize what coverage they're in, and you've got the perfect play for what they're doing. And it's obvious where the ball could go. Now, obviously, things could happen throughout the play, whether he gets pressure or not. But for the most part, there are definitely plays that we know have a chance to hit because of the look that they're giving us and what we've seen on film and in practice.
Heading into the final stretch of the season, Carolina already has more wins than last year.
Everybody that's came here, they've won everywhere they've been, whether it be middle school or high school. So guys are used to winning, and it was kind of foreign to us losing. I don't think we handled losing, the right way, but winning isn't foreign to the guys in this team and the guys in the locker room. So I don't think it's been too much of a trouble handling prosperity. I think we've done a good job thus far. Coach Fedora, has a saying where just take it one game at a time, and I think that's really kept us focused on each individual week that we have, so we don't look by anybody and we don't get too big-headed with the things we've accomplished.
Ryan and the rest of the offense knows this year's defense is both effective and fun to watch.
We find ourselves scooting up to the sidelines, cheering them on, watching them have the success that they're having. So for us to know that our defense can keep us in a game, when we're struggling, which we've struggled as an offense a couple times this year, and our defense has picked us up, it just makes us that much more of a complete team. And it just makes us that much closer as a unit, where there's no, well, we got to score this many points because you all can't do this. It's everyone's gelled together because of the success that both offense and defense are having.
College life in team sports builds relationships that can last far beyond a quick 4 years. Ryan and quarterback Mitch Trubisky began a friendship while being recruited in high school.
I met Mitch, Chris, and Jordan Fialto on my official visit here, and they were already in school. They each of them enrolled early, but I'd met them previously on recruiting trips and whatnot. Me and Mitch kind of bumped into each other at different schools, throughout the recruiting process. And they just seemed like really good guys, and we got to know each other. And I think that bond before we all got to school together is what prompted us to decide to live together. We've lived together the past 2 years. All of them are great people. Mitch, and especially I feel like is one of the closest guys that I've become friends with on the team. I feel like he's I didn't have a brother growing up. So I feel like Mitch has jumped into that role here. When you live with someone for that long, going on 3 years now, you find out everything about each other. You love them for their mistakes, you love them for who they are, and all three of them, it's been a pleasure getting to know them, and I've definitely found 3 lifelong friends in the guys that I've roomed with.